50,000 of you watching, we are not patching on Monday night because of the holiday. So Champion Spotlight will probably come out Tuesday night, which is the tentative date of the patch. That could always change. If I say don't quote me on it, you'll just make a thread where you quote me on saying that. But FYI, just that. There's a general expectation to have if it's a U.S. bank holiday, not likely we'll patch on that day as the office is normally closed. Can we see spectator mode coming anytime soon? I don't want to give you the same Magma Chamber thing of like, something we're working on, it's in the background, we know you guys want it. It is something that we know you guys want spectator mode, we know you guys want replays. It is something we very much intend on having. You guys have to wait and see. But I think you guys are going to really like what we have in store. Work is progressing on a lot of the features we've promised you guys. You will see more cool stuff from us this year. I know we had the Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. I don't know what we called it. Snowdown Showdown is the winter sort of festive map, whatever. But we had a YouTube video saying Happy Holidays from Riot Games in 2011. Expect the unexpected. And like on January 14th, someone like trollolol unexpected. Where's our new champ? Like where's our new features? But we've got Tribunal out so far. We've gotten. I'm trying to remember all the features we got. We got mastery pages. We got throne name change. There's a big list of things going on. We got co-op versus AI. We got new champions. Obviously, we got a couple new legendaries. Some upgraded skin quality. We got Tournament Realm actually running full time. We got a lot of new features coming out in the game. And we're gonna keep bringing new things this year. And we haven't even shown you the biggest ones yet. We have more awesome things coming that are more awesome than things we've gotten so far. More awesome than Tribunal. Well, depending on what kind of player you are, right? Like, so a lot of players really have Tribunals out there, and Tribunal's really awesome. And we're gonna keep bringing you awesome things this year. So, we know you guys want features, and we're bringing them. So that's kind of the best I can say about spectator mode and the general feature questions. People are messaging me things. Okay. When is Monkey King coming? I don't know the exact date. He is still a planned champion. I actually don't know the exact date. The Riot Campus, it's awesome. I don't know what I have to tell you about this, but let's see. Do we have picks and bans? Okay, so we have a couple picks and bans here. So first ban, Jarvan the Fourth. Let's see. TSM, you have 180 seconds. TSM, I don't think ever said they were here. Okay, KX is back. It's time for TSM to do their bans. Need them now. CLG has banned Jarvan. Okay, so Jarvan was first banned. It's now up for TSM. It's going to be probably Twist Fate in Italy. I'm just going to assume those real quick. I'm just going to leave them written out there. They're not necessarily the bans, but Riot Campus is awesome. That's really all I can say. Oh! TF in Italy! What? That's right. Bam! Called that one. I knew you guys were surprised, right? You're totally surprised by the TF in Italy bans. Totally surprised. Who would have thought they'd do that? Oh, I know. Everyone. I'm so shocked by the fact that Twist of Fate and Italy are banned against CLG. Oh, no way. Rivington. Okay, without looking. Guess which two champions TSM banned first?
Vladimir?
No. What champions have everyone been banning against CLG the entire tournament? Italy and their first pick. CLG's first pick. No. Why are you bad at this game?
Because there's been a million picks.
Twisted Fate! Every single time! He's never been allowed in. And now
I've seen him, that's why I'm not even thinking about it.
It's like, that guy, whatever. And probably they're going to last ban Vayne. I'm just calling it right now. Actually, I'm just going to write this one in real quick. Last ban for TSM, Vayne. Let's see. I'm gonna guess Nunu. I'm gonna guess Corky.
What?
360 seconds to CLG. Wow, they gave him 6 minutes to ban. That's some admin favoritism right there. Imba. If you can't swim, would you dog paddle? Dude, I can swim super good. Don't hate on my swimming. My swimming's good. Your last game was commentated by Freak. What did he say? Captain Timo, Captain Timo. Rally. Now think about all the kings he missed while he's checking out Timo. Most people in this game really don't know what they're doing. Yeah, that might happen. Looks like I missed first blood watching Timo last. CLG putting on a clinic. He went AFK. These guys lost a bot game when 4 of their players DC'd. Aww. Something about Trinamir being feeding full stop. Rush page, press R randomly, and let me log in out for some reason. People are saying what I would say in their games. Take a look at the damage output on that Rally Smite Sivir. You guys are awesome. Something about your CS. I have no idea. Zoomed in on Nunu's back. Wow, this Akali's doing work. Apparently he's saying he's the Akali. I don't know, man. Tanks in the back, because this is the 600 Elo show match. Man, you watch our videos. Good man. Captain Timo on duty. He rages about how I took his Timo. That's probably... I'd be banned right now. The damage of Captain Timo could have been improved by Rally, perhaps even saved by heal. Oh, nice. I'm not sure what horrible IP they're using, but our servers are freaking disconnected. Aww. Aww. Looks like Shaker got away again. Oh, we got Skype. Warwick putting out so much damage on those wraiths. Misses first blood. Damage output. Numbers. Yeah, I do numbers a lot. Leafs and the Blind Monk straight control in this game. The only way he could be dominating more was if Timo was around with Rally and heal. Screams frantically like a little schoolgirl during the team fights. Yeah, probably. He's rocking out with a damage output he had built on Captain Timo with an epic rally at the end. Yeah, okay. We're getting like the same ones again. You're getting a lot of damage output there. No more picks and bans yet from CLG, so they got extra time, and they have been using it so far. That was silly. I say that one. And is that Yeast stacking armor in Trinity? No, not very funny. You gotta get funnier comments, man. Let's count how many minions Cat misses. Oh, first blood and I missed it. Yeah, okay. CLG picking up bans on Corky and Zillion. So that was close. Zillion and Corky. And last Bane might very well be Vayne.
Last Bane?
I mean, Ash was really powerful last game, so we'll kind of see that one. See what they do. It's possible. Could go either way.
Last Bane is Vayne?
We'll see. It might be. TSM's got 90 seconds to get their ban in. New. Okay, so I was off by 1, basically. Vayne instead of Zillion, or Zillion instead of Vayne, for either side. CLG first pick. Ash or Vayne is my thought. Could also be a Mumu because Nunu's out. So a lot of really good choices there. Vayne, okay. Not much of a surprise there. Vayne, definitely the AD carry of the 2 days. People are really liking that Vayne ban and that Vayne pick.
True damage is the way to go, man.
Yeah, it's hurting pretty hard.
Doesn't matter who you are. We should just set up beds in here and stay overnight.
I like showering.
There's bathrooms.
You don't have showers.
You ever wash your hair in a faucet?
Nope. I didn't bring anything to shave with. Like, I didn't bring shampoo. Use hand soap. That's kind of gross. Hand soap inferior to hand sin. So you should be aware of that fact.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you talk for a while. Actually, you're eating pizza. So in a little bit, you talk for a while because I'm going to eat the last slice. So what do you think it's going to be? Predict the entire lineups. Go. Predict the lineups for all teams.
CLG is Vayne. I think we're going to see a Malzahar. Yes. Vayne, Malzahar, Tarek. Maybe Cho'Gath. But then again, Hot Shot plays Malzahar and Cho'Gath, so I don't know about that one. They don't need Ashe now. It would kind of be a waste to grab her at solo lane deals. And I don't know, because they're going to have to counterpick TSM. They're going to remember everybody TSM may pick when they have the first one. Okay, Vlad and Amumu. So Vayne, Malzahar, they can't pick Nunu. They're going to need a jungler, so they may go with Trundle again. St. Vicious Trundle. He is not banned. So Vayne, Malzahar, Trundle. And Trundle. What else did I say? Yeah.
Tarek?
My brain isn't working right now for that.
Oh.
Don't provoke Free.
Someone asked me to karaoke. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a terrible idea. What do you think, Riv? Good idea or great idea? Sorry. Great idea or greatest idea?
OP. Needs a nerf.
I'm gonna see Tarek and another Tarek and Mumu. Or sorry, Tarek Annie. I think it's the picks.
Okay, Annie. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't ban Annie. I've been a big facilitator in fight losses recently.
And they can late fix Swain if they need. So.
Still waiting. CLG on their 182nd pick for double. Pick 2 and 3 on their side. Knowing that TSM has grabbed Vladimir, and Amir. Yep. So it's Vayne versus Vladimir and Amumu right now. CLG with about 90 seconds left on their pick, if that. Keep it real, freak.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Keep it real.
Always real. Always real. I'm always real. I'm actually too honest. I actually offend people by being too honest. It's bad.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
At some points.
Yeah.
Gotta be thick-skinned.
Hand gestures.
You gotta watch what you say around Krieg. Admins prodding again. CLG for their picks.
My man, CLG running out of time.
So if it does happen that the picks have to be randomized, the admins are not going to give them characters that would be like, oh, that's a Trollolo. They're going to be justifiable, but they will have to be randomized if the teams cannot give us their picks within a certain allotted amount of time.
Don't get down, but it's not a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Open that one. The last page, Scaff says something. Scaff's a good player. Scroll up. He's a council guy. Do I wish my girlfriend was hot like Scaffed? I don't know. I haven't met you, Scaff. Actually, you were probably at IAM. I don't remember you. So I couldn't tell you.
Build them up and then shoot them down. That was nice, Freak.
Yeah.
Scott's a good player. I don't know you. I probably met you. I don't remember.
Man, I'm honest.
See, there it is.
There it is. Keep it real, man. Keep it real.
It's Hot Shots in Italy. That's scary.
I don't think that it's necessarily scary. is that your bans are not necessarily super important, right? Like, either team can play Jarvan, either team can play TF, either team can play Zillion, either team can play Corki, either team can play Nunu. But you're not going to run Needly on your side, so you're just you're basically not hurting yourself, you're only hurting the enemy team. Right? Needly is an option only for CLG, because I don't think TSM has a Needly player. Tarek, oh! Look at me being right! What up? Bam! Tarek Annie. That's right. Annie has 2 N's in her name. Made of bacon. Bacon. Show Alistair. Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath makes a lot of sense. Ugh. Cho'Gath. And the Alistair. So they're going back for Alistair. Special. Going to be roaming that Alistair. Going to see if you can do it.
So I think it's going to be Trundle pick for CLG. No reason it shouldn't be. Keep a tanky jungle. And another tank. Who could they go with?
There's a lot of blockage for Trundle, though. There's nothing on this team that Trundle can easily kill. The only one's going to build resistances is a Mumu, which will be okay, but they are all full of lots of health. It's weird. Every single one of these guys is tanky and they have Vayne.
What about... Well, no, they wouldn't pick a Nivea at this point. CLG. That'd be too much solo-y. I mean, you could put Vayne down bottom with Tarek and Annie in middle, but why? Yeah, you wouldn't. No, never mind. You just wouldn't do it.
Is TSM going to go Ashe?
An Ashe and a Vayne? That's
no,
kind
TSM, not CLG.
Oh. I didn't hear you say TSM.
They could do Misfortune. Those are probably the 2 main choices they have.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good. They kind of need that solo. I mean, Vladimir can be there, but he can also solo top pretty well. Final 2 picks for CLG going on right now. Or Twisted Fate.
I wonder. They have... Yeah, Jungle Trundle's pretty... Maybe. I mean, he can't do any damage against his team, though. He's too easily knocked around by all these picks. It's very dangerous for him to do so. They could just do Rammus. Rammus is always good. I don't think anyone does like Xin Zhao.
Could see another Singe. That went well for him last time. Or for TSM, that is.
Singe Tarek was a good lane for him last time, but... No, I mean, Vayne is different from Corki, though. Wait, was it Ashe? No. It was
Ashe.
It was Corki for TSM.
Right.
Yeah, Corki's a... Yeah, they don't have Corki now. Vayne's not the same kind of solo. Corki can solo, Vayne really can't. She gets pushed around by Vlad or Cho. So.
Whoa, Karma Trundle.
Ooh, so you're right on the Trundle.
Yes.
By the way, guys. Karma.
Karma is very, like, there's 4 and 5 pick are both in the same category as underutilized.
Oh, yeah.
Karma is one of the strongest supports in the game. Her shield scales ridiculously.
Yep.
Scales walls.
Yep. Let's
90 seconds for TSM on their last pick. A pretty solid team coming out of the hands of CLG. No main tank, but at that point, you know, if they can do the damage, we've already seen it happen. You know, It doesn't matter who you have on your team. If you know how to focus, you know how to initiate.
Yeah, Tarek Trundle's enough. I mean, Karma, yeah, because Karma can heal them both, right? So, it's, I mean, I guess it's not a lot of alpha damage from TSM, so, you know, Trundle and Tarek can actually just do it and sustain through it all. They both heal themselves during the duration of a fight. So, yeah, if there's no heavy burst from TSM, and, I mean, Vlad's not really heavy burst. Cho has some. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Indeed.
Let us see. Captain Team equals win. True that. Sure. Stuff we're coming in the future. Don't know the exact duration. Caitlin.
They do need some... What?
Shut up. X and C are next to each other. X and C are next to each other.
It was like Zanzin, Caitlin?
It was Zaitlin.
Zaitlin.
Interestingly, though, I mean, Kate Alistair is not really a lane I would see as synergistic. But I think Kale can actually 1v2. Yeah, because Tarot Karma's not a lot of pressure, so... Okay, I see it. Running Caitlyn over...
That would be kind of ridiculous. I'd like to see that. I don't know about hearing anything about it, because I know I haven't. But that would be a cool idea.
So the post was, hey, what about Righteous Fury, Kale's E being a toggle? Basically the thing is, so the difficulty we were having with that is, so toggles, basically because of their nature, you have to weaken them, right? Like compare Sivir ult's power to Taric ult's power, right? Like compare how immediately beefy those abilities are. And it's because Sivir's ult is only up once in a while. Terrace you can turn it off for any amount of time, let it cool, and it's always up for every fight. So, basically, I mean, the crux of it was, like, the amount of power you gain by making that a toggle, making you be able to keep that one on for a team fight, was a significant increase. And when you buff a skill that much, you have to nerf the numbers, right? You have to get it weaker, or it's up all the time. So compare like Crowstorm or Renekton ult or Naz's ult, and how much those beast on people compared to like Swain ultimate, and like people are just now like trying to like grasp in a Swain ultimate and like it's really good, he sustains himself, but like you turn on I mean, if you didn't turn into a giant demon bird and look awesome. How much just beef does something Nasus get, right? Because Nasus doesn't just do damage nearby; he gains attack damage.
Oh yeah.
He gains a bunch of health in the first place. Like he starts destroying people for X amount of time. And then Swain's, you turn it on, you're like, oh, I do 40 damage to 3 minions. Okay, I healed some, but like you don't feel super awesome for doing it just right off the bat, because you're like, well, I mean, okay, cool, but unless you've actually built yourself in that way, right? Like, unless you've really built yourself to have Rod of Ages and maybe Spirit Visage and a lot of tank items, you don't feel really good for turning that one on right away. As a toggle, because it's a toggle, because you can turn it on all the time. If Nasus ult or Swain ult, and those are reversed, like one of those would be, if you could toggle Nasus ult and you could, if Swain ult was like it lasts 15 seconds and turns off for 3 minutes, like one of those would be way overpowered, one of those would be way underpowered. No, obviously I realize, Kale's Righteous Fury, the cooldown versus uptime is closer than Nasus ultimate. But it's the same kind of thing where, like, you turn on, Kale's E, and you only get so many attacks. You're hard limited on the amount of power you get. Whereas, like, give Kale blue buff. Like, look at a Nibia ultimate. How problematic is a Nibia's ultimate with blue? You're just like, oh, great, we just can't do anything about you now. You're just going to have that fuel up all the time. And you actually be in cases where, like, you're sieging the base, and you just leave it onto the mouth of the choke. You're just like, yeah, well, what's onto the choke? What's up? You're just like, well, okay. It doesn't even turn off. Like, I can try to stun you, maybe. And then it then it can go on cooldown. And you have those same sorts of problems you do that with Kale, where you get Golem buff and you're just ranged forever, and you have to say, okay, well, maybe you are ranged forever. At what, how do we balance that skill to be fair at that point? And basically you get the numbers such that it's fair, and you've got like, wow, everyone just thinks you nerfed the ability. It's like, okay, it's toggled, and someone's gonna be like, well, if I had 40% cooldown, it was up all the time anyway. Why does it do 12 damage? Like, because you're ranged forever. Right. Like that kit does not belong on a ranged carry. Like if Ashe had that kit, oh god, right? Like Ashe makes people invincible. By the way, giant slow that increases their damage. By the way, movement speed, haste, heal. By the way, splash damage is like. I want that kit on Ashe. That'd be great, right? If I could be permanently ranged and switch all my abilities for Kales, I would be super overpowered. So it's that kind of thing where, like, you have to nerf those abilities to make a ranged champion like that. I mean, you look at the base stats on Ashe, right? Look at Ashe's base stats. They're super low. Aside from her base attack speed, she has really low movement speed, she has really low base damage, and it's all the fact that she has really long range, and she has all these CC abilities. Because she's permanently ranged, basically, right? And so it basically was the thought was like, okay, yes, it's not that you lose flavor of Kale necessarily by being a ranged champion or whatever, but saying Kale is now ranged, Kale got pooped on every ability. Everyone's gonna be like, we have ranged carries. I don't care. Yeah. Right? Like, and I guess all of you can say this feels really weird, but like Kale is Kale. Kale has the same ability she has because she's half melee, because she can't be running around swinging attack damage splash abilities at all times. She has that different gameplay where her laning game is suddenly not oh, by the way, I self heal forever and I'm ranged and it doesn't cost me anything. You suddenly got that problem where like, how annoying is it to fight against Nidalee and Vladimir? Right, where like they self-sustain and they're ranged and you don't have any counterplay. Right, at least Kale has to at least spend mana to even get ranged attacks, or has to swing in melee range you can harass her back. Right, like those are problematic mechanics that are very difficult to deal with. Where you're just like, if I'm melee, I just lose that lane. Aurelia feels much less frustrating, and Renekton in the same way feels much less frustrating to fight against because they have to walk into range and either repeatedly auto attack or build up Fury, then use Q in order to heal themselves in those situations. And that's much more manageable, right? Fighting Aurelia in lane, assuming her burst damage is not too high, is much less frustrating than fighting Vladimir in lane. At almost every level, even. Even if Aurelia maxes W and goes pure sustain and goes health regen Quinn and all that stuff, you can still noticeably see yourself deal damage to Vayne, and every time she heals herself, she's hit, and she's in harm's way, and you can do things to her. Vladimir's like, yeah, I queued, right? And you have that same issue, potentially, with Kale, if you're like, I'm ranged DPS with a self-heal, and you're just like, wow, that's really annoying. You got a Doran's Wing now, you're removable. And you fight Swain at level 6, and he's the same kind of way. Like, yeah, I'm ranged, not really harassable, by the way, full heal off of minions. So, basically turning Kale into a ranged champion and basically turning E into a toggle at that point, you now massively change that character, and you suddenly lost what made Kale exciting, because now she's not generic ranged DPS, but you've got to keep that in mind that she's now a permanent ranged DPS, or has the potential to be a permanent ranged DPS, without any itemization suffering. Without any itemization suffering, you can join this game, by the way. If you want to hop on in and ask for the ready check. Like, yeah, basically, the transition to make Kale ranged would have to nerf every single ability she has. And I think most people would rather not see every ability go down, because there's some people who still love playing Kale. And we're going to do some buffs and changes to Kale, maybe lower the cooldown to make CDR maybe less of a required ability, still have that gameplay. If I must spend mana to have this active, but, it'll turn off, and then you have this gameplay where I'm no longer ranged, you can do things to me, tweak the heal numbers so that you're not maybe as movable in lane, but maybe it's actually worth leveling. There's all sorts of things that we can tweak to make her not scale into impossible to kill, but starts out fair. She can go a full support build and still feel satisfying without hard carrying a game as the best support in the game as well if you get farmed. And those are good things that keep the essence of Kale, but say, look, here's the number shifts so that you're better in this way but worse in this way. Not entire kit nerfed. Okay, you're ranged. I think that's kind of a better place. Alright, so we have asked if both teams are ready. No one has replied just yet. The players are in the game. Counterlogic Gaming. Game 3 between Counterlogic Gaming and Team Solamid. This is the Season 1 Championship North American Regional Qualifiers. The loser of this game will get forced in to Seed 3. Forced into the third and lowest seed for the North American team. Winner will move on to face Epic Gaming for the chance for first seed. And let's see. So, Xpecial says ready. He's on Team Solamid. CLG asked if they are ready. We'll probably get a response from Big Fat GG. And we shall see what happens. And now they could put elements on Annie and give Vayne to Big Fat GG, because they did that before. So they could do a little bit of a switch around. Saber's probably going to jungle. Hot GG probably going to run Swain, as they have been. Actually, did they have Swain? No, they have Karma Turtle. Oh, right, so... Yeah, Vayne could be on GG, Ash there, Karma, Tarek. I just realized they actually have double support. Karma could be a solo.
Do it.
Big Fat GG's probably on Karma then.
Captain Timo on duty.
Elements is Annie. Hotshot GG on Karma, actually. Okay. Chowstar on Tarek, and yeah, Big Fat GG's going to be playing that Vayne. Do that later. Because GG going to be Vayne. Element's going to be taking over Annie from this spot. Hotshot GG locked in as Karma. One of the first times I've ever seen Karma in these competitive tournaments, so it should be very exciting to see her played. KX will be Caitlyn. Odd1, of course, jungling. Rayman as Shogath, Special on Alistair, and Reginald on Vladimir. Last 30 seconds as everyone's going to lock in on their champions. Once again, for those of you who aren't quite sure what the picks are, here you go, on screen. Going to be awesome. Game 3, CLG vs TSM. Loser gets third, winner moves on. Good stuff.
Let's make it happen. Here we go. 4 seconds till splash screen. We'll see what everybody's playing, what your summer spells are, and how this game is about to go down. We've reiterated a lot that all the teams are playing very cautious in the beginning now. There's no jungle invasion in the beginning of the game, so we'll have to see now. TSM and CLG coming into this third, best out of 3. 1-1 so far. CLG able to take it, and TSM with a huge turnaround match, which they were actually winning, and then started to get kind of like rolled. They had all their turrets at 34 minutes. CLG started to come back very big after some Baron attempts. They were able to take down a lot of fights. And then catching Hotshot off guard, or Big Hat GG off guard, is Annie one time around, and they were able to really come back on that. We're going to see how this game goes. You can see all the summoner spells up for who is playing what. As we said before, Trundle again in the jungle, Vayne on Big Fat GG, Chowster with Tarek, Elements on Annie, Hotshot GG using Karma, Chaox on Caitlyn is going to be down bottom most likely, Vladimir in middle with Reginald, Special, going to be roaming around. We'll see how this works for him this time. And hopefully he can come out better with this Alistar roam than he did in the previous match.
Indeed, so I brought my items up. I am into Observer. Hotshot, Mana Crystal, and Potions.
Both sides.
You haven't observed yet. Bam. Everyone's just on.
So I think we got to make angry cow noises when he dies.
Angry cow noises.
JK, LOL, BFF, whatever.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright. Game on. Looks like CLG going to be camping up at the front turret, just not really leaving mid right now. TSM doing the same thing. All the teams just afraid of invasions, which is weird because TSM is such a good level 1 team. I really think they should be going for some action there. There we go. KX actually dropping some traps down, trying to block out any invasions for that. And a ward goes down on the left-hand side. Looks like TSM might be actually ready to go for some aggression. We got wards in some pretty choice spots. Looks like they're going to be ready to go. Yep, they're going to jump down into the brush right here, and TSM is going to go for an invasion. CLG is afraid, but awesome. TSM going for it. Yeah, CLG definitely still just staying afraid. TSM going to have control over this jungle. They're going down the right-hand side, going to loop down into the lizard. And pings coming out from CLG. They think they're actually up there in the top left, and they're pinging down by the lizard as well. CLG is not sure which side these guys are on. We don't quite know. They're staying down here. They are going to stay around for lizard, it seems. Picking up some easy gold right here on these wolves. We'll pick up one. We'll let these tethers going to move on for the golem now. And he's putting out the damage output there. Element's doing plenty to pull that guy back. I think they're just getting a pretty easy kill there. Odd1 now doing a lot of the work here on the lizard buff. Looks like Kalen's going to pick this one up. Yep, KX going to be rocking lizard buff at bottom lane. Shogun throws Karma in mid. Let's see what Hotshot GG can do about this one. Looks like Rayman's going to do a pretty good job left hitting. Oh, actually misses one right there. Let's look at the minion counting. And Big Fat oops, there we go. 4% vicious. 3 for Hotshot. Shogun's only at 1. So Hotshot doing a pretty good job against Rayman so far, getting some harassment going, but of course Rayman does have the resistances and the regen from this Doran's shield, and of course the healing gain from his passive.
You'll have to see how this goes for him. Hotshot, one of his mains being Cho'Gath, so he definitely knows how to play every aspect against him. We'll have to see how he plays with this Karma. As you said, Annie and Vladimir up top, they're probably just going to farm a little bit without really giving that harassment out. Looks like the transfusions are being used for last hits and not harassment at this point in time. Trundle's still moving around the jungle, half health, has his blue, so he's going to be able to spam everything he needs to. And we do have those heal lanes down bottom, pretty much a mirror, heal and ranged. And we'll see how those two can duff it out throughout the match. You can see Mumu running to the back towers to clear the other side of the jungle. Both junglers are moving quite sufficiently right now. And it looks like they're calling for Mumu's red is 813. And he called that out for his team, so possibly they're going to be able to give Vayne that as he, not Vayne, I'm sorry, Caitlyn, as that comes back around.
Okay then, so let's see, Hotshot GG still fighting around against the Rain Man. The Hotshot's actually losing health a little bit right here. Rain Man, of course, just completely full health, almost full mana, not really losing that much here. And he's just doing well for himself. Hotshot GG 18 CS. Rain Man only at 16, though there are still some minions out on this wave to kill. And getting pushed around, actually back to her lane now against Reginald, and Reginald's actually going to kill back and use the fact that he has some time as the wave is pushed. Try to gain some time to shop. That's sitting there with Incinerate and Incinerate Elements, putting himself up to 14 CS. Not too bad. Reginald's at 19 though, so the advantage for TSM in mid lane and top lane. I think Rain Man's doing quite well right now. Pushing the wave down. Hotshot GG will try to last hit everything here, and it's going to be an easy Q. Pick that one up. Has chugged one of his healing potions so far.
Tarek using a CV over on the Mumu.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Tarek using a CV over on a Mumu to see where he is in that aspect. Maybe messing with the jungle as he comes back in. He does have both buffs, but he is forced to go back. He has used all his potions throughout the jungling time. He has done it so far. Minions are pretty hurt on element side, so this wave is going to be pushed back pretty quickly. They won't really get too far into lane, so Reginald's going to do what he can to just last hit up there. Trundle back around for his second time around the jungle. His red is down as it was used before. And really passive lanes at this point in time. Nobody really taking any damage. A little bit. Another CV coming up. We're going to see where that has gone up. Probably somewhere over by the blue. And no, he did not. Can't tell where that went. And he has backed in mid, so it looks like Rain Man able to do what he needs to. Noticing that one is gone, they're going to start converging on the bottom here. Will they be able to get one? It's going to be an odd one coming back, looking for a bandage toss, but I think Chaucer saw him on his heels, and they will be able to get out of that situation cleanly. Going for the first part of aggression, so they're definitely ready to start the fights right now. They're not afraid. They want to get in there, and they want to get the upper hand right away. Yeah,
so CLG keeping themselves alive. That was a nice attempt on the gank from Team Solo Mid, but just, not in the cards for them. Chaucer managed to stomach special before special could get anything done right there. No headbutt pulverize for him just yet. Big Fat GG farming out quite well. Let's see how they're doing. Big Fat GG 31 CS. KX at 35 though. The minion wave is much larger, so GG has more options to kill things. And they're going to keep that wave from reaching the turret, and they're going to last it what they can.
Pick a Mumu. Going through the jungle quite easily. He has enough for a bandage toss to stun up Annie here. Looks like he's going to place a ward, though. Throw it down right there.
Yep.
And he's moving up top towards Karma. Karma has switched it up, as he said. We're going to see what they can do here. Reginald not being able to really transfuse that shield. Like I said, Hotshot GG shield, one of the biggest scales in the game. They're very underestimated. And we are going to see that come into play later as it's used to heal the team. Walking right into the bush with with the odd one, a good amount of damage. She just sets the shield down without really attacking, and she's not even going to take that much damage. 6-4. He is going to be able to poke at her a little bit, but the damage is really going to be distributed from Hotshot on that one. Reginald is actually quite hurt right now. Karma has a lot of mana, able to just put out her shield, affect everything around her in the AoE, and it looks like Tarek, the whole bottom lane is actually back. Alistar now starting to roam. And he's going to leave Caitlyn on the bottom alone. He's going to set a ward there and possibly just roll back down to help out Caitlyn. Still, special, not really going with the roam aspect this game yet.
Yeah, he's mostly staying on the bottom lane, of course. Tarek Vayne is a very aggressive, potentially, lane, so you kind of want to be careful as Caitlyn. You can back up with that net and all that. I mean, you're not going to be in the worst shape ever, but Chaucer, leading with that stun, GG, and so he's going to push back every time that happens. But GG has the potential to just knock him into a wall and really lock up Caitlyn very, very hard. Once you're locked into a wall, it's very hard to get away from that because you'll end up pushing alongside the wall and you might not end up in the right position and you might not go very far at all. So you got to be very careful, especially against Vayne. Actually, Vayne ends up being a pretty decent choice against Caitlyn if you have teammates around. Now, if you're soloing Caitlyn, actually pretty much can beat Vayne in lane because of the range disparity. You can get an attack off and get back out of range without taking a counter, and that can do a lot of good things for you.
A little bit of a stun there, dazzled onto Chaos. We're going to see what's going on top here. Looks like the Odd One and the Rain Man are making their way through the jungle looking for an invasion on blue here. They got a good call and timing on what's going on, and a Reginald. So they're going to have 3 onto this blue golem. Easily going to be able to take it and draw it into the bush. Try to get that down quickly. Annie and Trundle both coming for it. Once they turn this corner, they may have some problems. Blue golem is taken. Karma coming down. Hotshot doing the AoE. Ulti from Reginald has gone down. It looks like CLG is in a bad position for this. St. Vicious trying to chase down Trundle. Goes for that. A good bandage grab saves him. We're going to go back over to the big fight. Karma with that ignite on her. It will be a Mumu going down as we thought. And the odd one will fall for the first blood as St. Vicious grabs onto him. That was a very nice bandage toss. He almost got away from that, but he didn't have any more mana to do anything. He could have bandage tossed over the Wraiths. Probably even would have killed him. So very nice pursue by St. Vicious. Able to get that first blood, and that's going to help him out in the jungle greatly.
Yeah, very good job there. Just a great sort of vision to see like, oh, hey, everyone left the lanes. Oh, they're probably going for golem because it just respawned.
Yeah.
And everyone's went off and the initiate went down. That was really good play for the team. Yes, I did not show the actual first blood going down because I knew it was going to happen. You guys kind of figured, oh, gee, a 12 hit point Amumu getting chased by Trundle. I wonder what's going to happen, so I showed the rest of the fight. So don't troll me with, forum threads, okay? Okay. So, Reginald going to be still living up top, has that health crystal, not much else though, just the boots. But, look at his farm, and he's got 63 minions, pretty good, 62 on Chaos, 62 and 60 for Big Fat GG and Hotshot GG, so yeah, okay, that makes sense. Let's see.
We got Chauster blue pilling back down bottom. Clairvoyance coming up, so they're going to know that he's there and they're going to see him go back, but they are not in any inclination to push at this point in time. Vladimir quite pushed up without any wards down, Reginald that is, pushed up without any wards in the river. Karma back in his lane, so he is going to start to back off. See what she has right now. Looks like she picked up some fairy charms going for that stone, and the Catalyst of the Protector to really help her out with mana and leveling on the health. So she is pretty good in set and lane with 3 potions, movement speed, and a ward for herself to push up to wherever she wants. She's going to go ahead and set that down now since nobody is there to see her do it. Taking out the minions first before she does it, getting herself in position to set the ward down very early. And there it is, in towards the top bush near Baron. All the lanes pretty much, again, playing passive at this point in time. Vayne still trying to stay in the face of Chaos and Xpecial down bottom. Xpecial level 5 as he has been leaving lane a little bit, but that's not going to really hurt the team at this point. He'll hit level 6 and then be able to do what he needs if he chooses to roam from then out.
Yeah, and you see how GG is farming in lane right now, going to lock up for 2 Phosphor Stones eventually. And I was looking at the minion kills, and it's like, oh, 70, 70, 70. And then you see 70, 70, and Elements only at not even 60. It's really unfortunate for him. Trundle, St. Vicious, outperforming the other one a little bit, so that's good news by about 7 minions. But Elements kind of fallen behind in gold gain. To be fair, they do have that 1 extra kill there, so St. Vicious with the first blood, Elements with an assist. Actually, the only one of the assists there. So Elements actually caught up a little bit in gold just because of the assist credit. Getting about 200 gold out of that is not bad at all. But, the minion farming, a little bit sad because Andy's a really good last hitter too, so I don't know if he just has been pushed out repeatedly, if the lane switch did a lot for it, but Andy a little bit far behind as far as solos go for minion kills. Big Fat GG versus KX, pretty much the same. Yeah, Big Fat GG up at 78, KX 81, not a big disparity there.
See Vladimir just kind of hanging out in the bush, waiting to transfuse on Hotshot GG up top. He was able to get a little bit of damage down there, but it's quickly healed by the support. Another one, she shields it a little late, able to put a shield on for what she has lost. And she will have to back up on this one. Transfusion up again, and he just keeps doing it. Great job and harassment onto Karma there. Tarek now roaming through the jungle, looks to go down and help out. There's a CV that came down. I believe that went just behind Caitlyn. And they're going to see if they can take this out. A good fight up top. And it looks like Karma may be going down on this one. Too many transfusions. Walking right into the turret. Trying to dodge through the bush. Another heal by Karma. She does have enough mana. And she actually gets out of this one alive. The health potion and her heals able to keep her alive. The cooldowns on Vladimir just a little too high right now for him to finish that fight. And he does not have Ignite to work it. So that is going to be a good save on Hotshot GG and himself. It looks like the dragon is being pulled a little bit here. There are 3 members of CLG that are going for it. A pretty good amount of health. They see a Mumu. They don't want him anywhere near this situation, so they're going to do a quick push. Set a ward into that. Now both teams have a ward in that top bush right there towards middle, and they are going to put 4 on this dragon. Able to take it out quite quickly. That is their vision ward right there. We see another one set over the wall to the right by Alistair, and they're just going to actually watch the dragon get taken down for first control there. It's going to be 1828 for the next dragon to come up. I believe both teams will know that. And we're going to see how they play to that as 1828 comes around and how many people are on the floor at that point in time.
Yeah, so CLG pulling out a big advantage for themselves. They got the dragon kill completely uncontested. Annie actually in decent shape with Sork Shoes and Catalyst, and now going to try to push down against the Rain Man. Able to last hit those pretty easily, though. But the Vayne thing is that they also have that one kill, so they're up in champion kills and in Dragon. The turret health, bottom, mid, top, pretty much all pretty healthy for TSM. Hawk's doing a little bit of damage up top, but that's kind of it. His turret's pretty alright, mid's pretty alright, bottom's pretty alright, yeah, bottom's full health. So, no major pushing right now. Oddone going for actually a steal on the Golem. This is nice from him. He's actually going to take this one up. Trundle's going to go right now, but he might not be there in time. Yep, the smite is up, and Oddone makes it out completely fine, has a Philosopher's Stone. Trundle does have his own Heart of Gold, so 1830 going to be the respawn there on that Golem buff. So those are going to be up about the same times. Golem and Dragon respawning at the same time.
We're going to see KX special down bottom. Just Vayne by herself now as Taric is kind of creating the roam, going back a little bit more than usual. We do see Trundle going back into his jungle. It's going to be Annie farming mid. That's Elements. Mumu coming up top. I don't think he's really going to go for anything here. Maybe setting some wards up for his team. Probably going to set a ward down. No, he does not have any wards, so he's going to go behind Karma right now. Maybe they think they can go for the dive here. It is level 11. He is level 8, so Karma's going to be able to save herself from a lot of damage that he's doing. A big minion wave forces Hotshot GG off his tower, and this is going to be a frag for Reginald, I believe, and he does get taken down. There it is, Reginald, the ultimate proccing onto Karma, and the quick aggro goes right back to minions as Reginald walks out of range. Very nice job there, and they are able to pick up a kill. 1-1 now as TSM picks up their first kill to even up the game at 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Cho'Gath in middle, Rainman farming by himself. As a pretty good push on the lane right now by KX and Xpecial. KX running out of mana though, so all he's really here to do is take some help from Alistar as he gets the heals and continue to push this lane and stay in it as long as possible.
Yeah, it's a very good job there by Oddone and Reginald. Gonna get a little bit of damage on that turret. It's only down to half health, and they chose not to really keep pushing because Elements is coming back up. No major gains there. Of course, bringing the kills back to 1-1. The Golem's still not worth quite as much as the Dragon, but hey, it's a good thing to get regardless. And let's see if they can keep following this up with more good moves. So CLG opened up with the first kill and the first Dragon, but then TSM came back with a good steal. And they actually got the steal on Lizard 2 early on, so the jungle has been working really, really well for TSM in this game, actually. Oddone pretty much out-jungling St. Vicious just a little bit. And you see the couple of steals they've been getting so far have been working well for him. I think the Superior level 1, of course, gave him the free Lizard. And then Oddone's been pushing his luck and doing pretty well for it. He did die the first time they tried it, but it worked the second time. And let's see. Up top, Hotshot GG versus Reginald, still fighting around, level 11. Hotshot put out some pretty good damage, of course. That shield from preventing Reginald from getting much damage there. He's got 2 Philosopher's Stones now, and he's going to go for Mercury Treads. So Hotshot really sustaining very, very well in this lane. He's going to have some good times with this. And let's see what else they can do. He doesn't have too many tanks to heal, so that percentage health heal on the Q, which will always heal for a percentage of the health, is going to go slightly to waste because he's not building a team of tanky guys, but it'll be alright on Trundle and on Taric, but I guess Annie with Rod of Ages has some health, but anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. So let's see what Elements can do. He's going to go ahead and last hit some more minions using the Incinerate and the Disintegrate, take down these last 3 caster minions, and the wave meets up once more in mid.
You know, Reginald doing a great job up top of dishing out the damage right now to Hotshot GG. He's not really able to stay in lane that long now, returning to his lane. Hotshot placing down a ward to feel confident about a push on his lane. Looks like a good push coming out. KX stunned down bottom, almost going down there with the heal pot, and his special that's able to throw out that heal as well and keep him alive. The Dazzle was just too long of range for Chowster. He came out of the bush, and about where that trap went down is where we saw KX getting hit by the Dazzle. So he made it quite far as it was in the air, and that really is what saved his life. Vayne was about to roll in and slam KX against the wall, but it was just too far away. She positioned herself very well for not knowing where Taric was at the time. And looks like they were able to make it out of that one. He will be having to go back. And
now Reginald actually getting caught up right now by Hotshot GG and St. Vicious, but Hotshot taking so much damage. Reginald's going to get that kill. It's going to proc with these shields, and he shields in time. Oh, Hotshot barely getting that shield off. Philosopher's Stone, of course, helping out with the health. Reginald now pushing back St. Vicious. Oddone coming around the back, but it's not going to be enough. He's not in range for any of those spells, and he did have the ultimate, though, on Mumu, so if he caught St. Vicious, they could have maybe gotten a kill out of this. But, 1,600 health on St. Vicious. He heals a little bit more from last hitting and that minion dying. And actually, we actually saw last game that the passive from St. Vicious actually gets him alive in a couple of team fights where he gets, 5-8% of the health, the max health of any unit that dies. or any that dies. And so when they killed, big tanks, he sort of healed for like 200 health or so, and it let him get away from some of those fights. So, but Reginald doing a great job here, just continually pushing back St. Vicious. And yeah, he's got to actually go down. And Reginald with just a ton of CC, not CC reduction, but cooldown reduction, 25% from items, probably another 9 or so from items. Going to give him the ability to really just kind of bully around, gain a lot of health, and just constantly spam transfusion, which is a great harassment tool.
It really is. You're only losing like 25% of the 75% you gain back, and it's really helpful right now. She can try to shield that, but usually the transfusion, he'll dodge in, dodge out, wait for the shield to go away, pass it again. She's been doing a very good, or Hotshot's been doing a very good job of blocking the last few. And we do have, there was 3 down bottom. Big Fat GG looking to go down. The Caitlyn ult is not necessary, and it does not proc. She gets hit by the Dazzle, and I think she was actually stuck out of her ultimate, but a good kill there by Rain Man. He was able to pick that one up, I believe, 1-0. Yes, he did. So Reginald won and Rain Man won. Now 2-1 at 18 minutes and 50 seconds into the game, coming on that 19th minute. No turrets have been taken down. A lot of damage done by Reginald up top on that turret. CLG's mid turret is pretty good, as well as their bottom turret at this point in time. Actually, very hurt. The top and bottom turret, CLG, taking quite a bit of damage, and there is a few turrets at half health for TSM as well. So the game is going pretty much evenly right now. A good few one kill there has put them up in frags. Rain Man was able to help his team out there as the 3-man bottom, and back to their lanes to continue until they really find something they want to poke at again and initiate a fight with.
Yeah, so pretty good stuff so far. TSM definitely getting themselves in the advantage, and that's just what they need. They need to start winning this game, and they gave out the first dragon, they gave out the first kill, but they've come back now. They do have, they're not going to go for the gold. They should have known when it was respawning in St. Vicious. They get this one for free. Actually blows Smite early on, thinks he's safe, and says, I don't think you're going to gank me. I think we're good. He's got a ward up there so he can watch for the invasion, and he's going to take down. Oh, he's going to leave it actually for Annie. He's walking around waiting for elements to come by. Hitting it one more time. Actually, just takes it anyway. Says, never mind. I have to go worry about Reginald right now. Hotshot GG getting pretty low. Reginald will get the kill on that turret. St. Vicious getting hasted now by Hotshot. Can they get enough going on here? He will put the Trundle Pillar down, but Reginald's still trying to run away. He's almost in range. There's the ultimate. There's a flash. Can he get enough damage out? But Reginald's still running away. He could queue for help, but he's going to be alright. Hotshot GG had turned the ultimate on. Had turned on Mantra. Will not get anything out from it, though. Will not be able to shield St. Vicious to do the damage quite in time. He's going to be alright. Lumi now running across the map, has oracles, and he found a ward, and he didn't kill it.
Kind of just walking away from that one. I don't think he took the time to really see it. He might have been looking at mid. He saw there was a big minion wave to push, and he was going to be able to free farm that one in mid. Looks like we have Chaos and Special back. They have a Clairvoyance going down towards Dragon to see if anybody's coming at them right there. A lot of wards around the map right now. You're going to see the view on TSM right now. It looks like they can see pretty much 2 wards in the Dragon River. They have nothing in the Baron River. That's all leaving it up there. Actually, they have 1 in the Dragon River. They just actually took down the ward from CLG there. So they have pretty good view along the cross section of the map where anybody would be trying to invade right now. So they'll be able to stop any buffs, any jungle invasion, and possibly set up a gank in the next few minutes as those wards have a bit of time on them.
Yeah, a lot of control right here. You see that you turn on the map vision, and oh wow, they have Dragon. CLG, you are not in good shape. Vladimir poised to make a gank down at bottom. Chowster and Big Fat GG together. GG actually pretty far, and Bloodthirst is halfway stacked. Rayman coming around. Oh man, they've been revealed by Clairvoyance though, so they know they won't get an easy push on this. They're gonna get a pretty easy turret though.
Yeah, Caitlyn's got the range on that easy.
Yep, that's the turret. This is looking pretty good for Team Solo Mid. They've now got their first turret of the game. CLG. Oh no, sorry, their second turret of the game. CLG have picked up 1 dragon, but Team Solo Mid, 1 dragon and 2 turrets. Looking good for them. And they're up 2 kills to 1. Look at the minion counts. 100, 190, 150, 150. 100, 190, 160, 180. So, I mean, aside from Oddone being a little bit behind St. Vicious, they're pretty much just winning everywhere else. So, it's just looking pretty good for Solo Mid. Hotshot GG still staying up top. Is itemizing towards, might be a Rod of Ages as this item pickup after the 2 Philosopher's Stones.
Yeah, she could have actually done some damage to that turret, but no, like we said before, no wards in that top river. She did not have the confidence to push onto that turret. They really need to start doing some damage. I think the bottom one is the only one that has about half health, about 1,000 left on that one. The top one has about 1,700 health, and mid really has not been touched at all. So a good upper hand, a nice shot. Just why not put your ultimate on?
You got blue buff, might as well.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have that cooldown coming up pretty soon. And what is, like, for this level, what is she looking at for cooldown right now?
I think it's probably like 110, 120 or something like that. It's not very long at all. With Golem, it's probably down to like 70 or so. So actually, 120 would cap at 72 seconds at max PDR, but I don't know if it's 120 second cooldown, or if it's more like 60 or 80 or 100. I don't think it's all that much.
Right
on.
on.
At least I don't remember their cooldowns. I know they're rough damage numbers. I know all the spells, just not their cools. Alistair moving down towards the bottom. You can see he's not being the worst Alistair in the game anymore, apparently, according to the forums. Also showing Heart of Gold, giving himself some nice money there. Has not finished tier 2 boots. Sapphire Crystal, which will work towards Sheen most likely. Special 0-0-1. Only 3 CS, so those gold per 10 items really going to be useful for him. He's going to need them to get everything done here. Because you're going to have to be a little bit careful. Chaos could do a lot of damage to him.
Looks like Karma kind of hanging out in the bush right now. She is right by their vision ward. There's actually another ward right on the other side of that they can't see from the vision ward, and that is unfortunate. It placed just a little too far in the bush. Bottom lane doing what they can and getting a ward placed out there by Alistar. I believe he has actually 3 more under his belt. We're going to see what he chooses to do with those. Not putting one in that bush right there. Special just kind of roaming around. No reason to really go anywhere right now. May just want to go into lane for the moment and soak up some XP. Karma back to top lane to see what she can do against Reginald. Is just a lot of health, dominating over the HP of Hotshot GG at this time, but that's also in play with his passive. And we're going to see Annie in middle here doing what she can to clear out the minions, getting the XP and all of those last hits, which is going to help her greatly. Chalice to the back in the jungle, and looks like Vayne will go back in the lane and farm what she can. Nothing really being initiated at this point in time. We see a Mumu and Xpecial heading through the jungle in the buddy system. Mumu again, always picking up that Oracle's elixir, and he's just going to head around and check it, see if he can find some wards.
Reginald just pushing through. He's going to actually jump on a Hotshot GG a little bit. He's getting pretty close to finishing grabbing his F-Cap. Puts a ward to the brush to keep himself defensive, making sure he doesn't get ganked too easily. Going to push down Hotshot GG now, actually seeing a giant minion wave in front of him. And yeah, he's going to probably take these minions down pretty quickly. Yep, AoE spam going down. Lots of gold picked up. Reginald going to keep spamming down AoEs, and he's going to be in good shape with this. One more E-press, he's going to kill that wave. And here comes Chowser, though, from the back. Hotshot GG could be slowing him, but will not go for it. I think he should have gone for that right there. There goes. Going to haste St. Vicious. Chester getting some speed, too, from that. And Chaos been pushing mid, though, the entire time. He has picked up a turret kill. TSM getting farther and farther ahead. 640 global gold. 3 turrets, 1 dragon versus 1 dragon.
Looks like all 5 of CLG rat packing inside the jungle right now, looking to get Vladimir, but noticing Cho'Gath is right behind the initiation right now into St. Vicious, looking at him, but they turn away as he starts to run. They do not want to get kited on this. Elements goes down very fast by the nom of Rain Man. It looks like Hotshot GG may also fall as Chowster gets away with just a little bit of help. The double support there was able to save each other, and it looks like Xpecial just saving on that last Silver Bolt. He did not go down. A valiant attempt by Big Fat GG as he was trying to kite away. Good CV allows him to see what is actually going on after the fight, and TSM came out with a lot of health on that fight, and that is not a good thing right now for CLG. Hotshot GG and Tarek were both pushed out of the fight. The support heals were gone, and everybody just started to melt right there. They did lose, I believe, just 1 in that fight. No. Yes, just 1. Trundle was able to get away towards the top of the map, and he wasn't able to assist his team. And a good move by Rain Man by not just chasing, St. Vicious out into the river, turning around, helping his team, and he got that kill in Elements with the knob.
Yeah, great play there. And now we just see Big Fat GG and St. Vicious clean up the rest of that top wave push. They're going to be okay with this. Just grabbing a bunch of minions, and CLG with only that 1 kill, and it was St. Vicious plus Elements earlier on in that game. Only kill they ever got was from a very aggressive attempted golem steal. Yeah. Otherwise, Team Solomid's been doing a great job.
They're really coming out strong right now. They're showing great initiation. They were going through the jungle, and Trundle kind of split off from his team, trying to go up and grab Vladimir, which you really to focus your fight on first. Reginald is playing very well right now. He's pretty much stacked, has a lot of HP, got that Spear's Visage, has his Rabadon's Death Cap, and his Ionian Boots of Lucidity for cooldown. So he's going to be looking to pool as much as he can, and either pool at you and go back to his team, which was right behind him. It was just really bad positioning for CLG to ever try to go for that one. Hopefully next time they can come in with a better initiation and get, like we said, wards around the map. You can see green all around right now.
CLG pinging for Dragon, even though it just got taken about a minute ago. While we were talking about, them cleaning up the minion waves there, they had taken Dragon down with a Mumu and I think Vladimir or Caitlyn. And then we just sort of saw Steel G ping, move over. Oh, it's already gone. They've got about 5 minutes to wait before that comes back. Rayman, though, taking a lot of damage right here. This could be pretty good for him. There's a good Trundle Pillar. Rayman's still trying to run away. He's quite durable, but they could keep going on this. Trundle will ult, gaining a lot of stats out of this. 160 armor, 138 MR. Bigger GG will take that shot to the face.